So in the last video, we worked on writing and graphing compound inequalities. Now we're going to be working on solving compound inequalities. I'm going to go ahead and rewrite the inequality below so it's easier for me to show your work. What kind of inequality is this? Is this an and inequality or is it an or inequality? This is an and inequality because the x is in the middle. So we still want to solve for my variable. Now it's in the middle and we want to isolate it. So I want to move this 2 out of the middle. So notice now we have multiple sides of the inequality. We have a left side, a middle side, and a right side. So if I want to isolate the x, I'm basically going to add 2 to all sides of my inequality. So pretend that this is like your divider right here. So now we just simplify. -4 plus 2, that's going to give me -2. I keep my sign the way it was. My -2 and +2 in the middle now zeroed out, so I'm left with just the x. Then we want to keep my sign, so I'm just going to bring my sign down. And then we're going to simplify 3 plus 2, and that's equal to 5. So this one was pretty easy. This represents your final answer. So now we're going to graph it. So x is going to be in between -2 and 5. So I don't have any or equal to lines underneath. So that means I'm going to have an open circle on -2. So let's go ahead and do that. Open circle on -2. And then an open circle on 5. And then and inequalities, remember, are shaded in the middle. So this means x is greater than -2, which would be over here. And x is also less than 5, so that would be over here. So they overlap in the middle. So you would shade in the middle. Let's take a look at this next one. So the first step we should always do is just recopy the problem down to give us some room to work. And I kind of like to draw these lines, so it just kind of helps me separate my inequality into sections. So we're still starting in the middle because that's where my variable is, and we want to isolate the x. What do you think you should do first? The first thing we need to do is subtract 1 from each side of the inequality. So subtract 1 from all sides. So we're going to subtract it from the middle and then on either side of the equal sign, or inequality signs, excuse me. So now we have -3 and -1. That's going to give me -4. Bring down your inequality sign. Then we have -2x left because the +1 and the -1, those zeroed out. So I'm just going to bring all of this down. So we have -2x. Bring down your other inequality sign, and then 9 and -1, that's going to give me +8. So now I have -2 times x. So the opposite of multiplication is division. So we're going to divide all sides by -2. So you want to make sure that when you're dividing by -2, you write it underneath each number. And something to note, that we are dividing by a negative number. What are you supposed to do with the signs when you divide by a negative number? You are supposed to reverse the inequality signs. So these are going to go the other direction. So now we have -4 divided by -2. That's going to give me +2. The -2 over -2 in the middle, that's going to divide out to be a 1, leaving me with just x. And then we have 8 divided by -2. That is -4. So remember, your inequality has to be rewritten in order from least to greatest. So right now, I have a +2 coming first, but +2 is greater than -4. So I need my smaller number to be over here. So we're just going to switch the order. So we're going to write the -4 on the left, the 2 on the right, and the x is in the middle. So now you just have to make sure you're putting the right sign with the right number. So if you look at the negative 4, x is greater than or equal to negative 4. So it's pointing at the negative 4. So that means when I write my answer, my sign still has to point at the negative 4. And then this sign will go the same direction as this one. So that means this is just going to be a less than symbol. So this would be your final answer. So x is greater than or equal to negative 4 and less than 2. So when we graph this one, we have a closed circle on negative 4. And then you're going to have an open circle on 2. And because it's an and inequality, you would shade in the middle to represent where these two graphs intersect. Next, we're going to solve OR inequalities. They look a little bit different because they're already separated for us. So those ones we just solve separately. So the first inequality is 3y minus 5 is less than negative 8. So the first thing we need to do to isolate the variable is to add 5 to each side. That's the addition property of inequality. So when you add the 5, you get 3y is less than negative 3. And then to get rid of this coefficient, we're going to divide everything by 3. So remember, I'm dividing by a positive number, so there's no need to switch my sign. So the 3's on the left will divide out to a 1. So y is less than negative 1. If we go ahead and graph this, we would have an open circle at negative 1, and it would be shaded to the left, which represents all numbers that are less than negative 1. Now we just have to solve the other inequality. So 2y minus 1 is greater than 5. So the first step would be to add 1 to each side. That's the addition property of inequality. That's going to give me an answer of 2y is greater than 6. Then to isolate the y, we're going to divide by 2. So divide by 2. That will give me y is greater than 3 for my final answer. So on your graph, you have an open circle at 3, and it would be shaded to the right to represent all numbers that are greater than 3. So remember, OR inequalities will be shaded in opposite directions. Now you're going to try some on your own. So I would like you to try solving this first inequality. So pause the video, work it out, and then restart the video to compare your work to mine. Okay, so you should have added 5 to all sides. That would have left you with 2 is less than 2k, which is less than 12, or 2k is greater than 2 and less than 12. And then to get rid of the 2, we're going to divide it out on all sides of the inequality. So 2 divided by 2 is 1. These will divide out, leaving you with k, and then 12 divided by 2 is 6. So I have both open circles on 1 and 6, and it would be shaded in the middle. Go ahead and try solving this one on your own. Pause the video, try it on your own, and then unpause the video to check your work. Okay, so for your first inequality, you should have had p is less than negative 4, so an open circle on 4, or negative 4 shaded to the left. This one was a little bit tricky. After you subtracted 3 from each side, there was a negative sign in front of the 2p. So when you divided, you had to divide by a negative number. So when you divide by a negative number, you have to flip the sign. So this one should have been p is greater than or equal to 2. So just caught one of my mistakes. That means that 2 would have a closed circle shaded to the right. For your summary, you need to answer the essential question, which is, what is the difference between an AND inequality and an OR inequality?